Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our Master of Ceremonies for the Norwescon 19 Masquerade, well-known author and former Californian, Dwayne Dibley. Dwayne? Where's Dwayne? Dwayne, are you in the hall? Wait a minute. I know. Computer, locate Dwayne Dibley.
Scanning. Dwayne Dibley is unconscious in the bar.
Oh, jeez. We've got a crowd waiting. Computer, engage the emergency holographic MC.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Science fiction masquerade. The MC is disabled. Crowd waiting. Fine.
Loading.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host for the Norwescon 19 Masquerade, Payne Fifield.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome one and all to Norwescon 19, the year of the child, science fiction masquerade. Are we all having a good time? Good, glad to see you here. And that. Before we commence with this evening's presentations, I have been asked to read the following. DreamCon 11 postponed. As I know, it's a terrible blow. DreamCon has just been notified by the Everett Holiday Inn that they do not wish to renew our contract due to continuing incidents of unlawful behavior by a small percentage of DreamCon attendees. Several other hotels have indicated a desire to host DreamCon 11, but because notification came so late in the year, none of them have an acceptable weekend available. DreamCon's board of directors has been forced to postpone the con until fall of 1997. Doing so will provide sufficient time to negotiate a new contract and advertise the changes to Northwest fans in a timely manner. We're sorry for any inconvenience this may cause you. We're looking forward to seeing you again next fall. All DreamCon memberships remain valid. Watch for flyers at your favorite Northwest cons. For more information, contact DreamCon at, well, I don't think any of us have pencils, but look for flyers, they'll have addresses there. And don't show up at DreamCon this year, you'll be the only one there. And now with that public service message out of the way, let us begin with the show. Now, I know that there was some trepidation about having me MC this because of some unfortunate incidents in my past of telling one off-color joke at a previous convention, but I will refrain from that now. Unless bribed. The other matter that actually came up was the fact that I am not an author. I have never written a book and only occasionally read one. However, this year, this is slightly remedied. I have not read a book. However, I have appeared in a book, the Jim Rose Circus Sideshow, Freak Like Me. I appear on page 105. So, I haven't authored a book, but I am in one. So that at least will alleviate that function. Now, I'm supposed to warm up the audience, and unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, I was informed by the previous administration that you're supposed to tell jokes. Seeing that this got me in trouble last time, I would say, how do I find nice, good, clean jokes? And they said, well, they usually put a joke box out in the lobby. And I thought that was a little low tech, being a science fiction convention and all. So that is why I have brought today my laptop, and I will actually access via this phone line the Internet Humor Archives. No tired old jokes here, just the freshest, newest jokes around. Oh, here's a good one. It appears that the Florida Citrus Council is attempting to have OJ change his first name to Snapple. Oh, hey, alt humor science. This looks good. Klein bottle for sale. Inquire within. All right. Oh, this one's good. Two atoms are walking down the street. One turns to the other one and says, "I think I'm an ion." "Are you sure?" "Yes, I'm positive." Hey, I don't write these, I merely download them. althumor.women.current. Why do dumb blonde jokes only have one line? So men will understand. All right, they're not the newest jokes. A woman goes to a fortune teller and says, the fortune teller says, "Your husband is going to die." "Yes, I know, but will I go to jail for it?" Oh, here's good. alt.humor.Star Trek. Why don't Klingons need contraceptives? They have their personalities. Oh, blonde Borgs have the same fun. Things you will never see on Star Trek. The Enterprise encounters a mysterious energy force of a type it has encountered before. The crew is infected by an alien disease, but a cure is found in the well-stocked sickbay. A power surge on the bridge fails to kill the user of a control panel due to a high-tech device known as a fuse. During a heated battle, Lieutenant Worf reports the error on his console. Weapons.exe has caused a general protection fault in shields.com. Picard walks up to a food replicator and says, "Coke on ice." The Enterprise visits the Klingon homeworld on a bright, sunny day. The software patch for the holodeck is finally installed. The crew of the Enterprise ends up as a molecule-thick film on the aft walls when they lose the inertial dampers when going to warp 8. A crew member using only a toothpick is unable to convert his comlink into anything but a broken comlink. The laws of physics applies to the crew for a whole episode. Wait just a second. I seem to have, it's gone dead. Just let me check the, okay, you guys, they cut my lead. I have no choice but to commence with the show. We should introduce our judges for tonight's presentations. Otherwise, the entire show is sort of worthless without any awards at the end. Our workmanship judges are Joy Day and Terry Smith. Are they here? Standing up, waving? Or they're probably backstage working dutifully. I've been informed that our judges are momentarily disabled. They're probably in the bar with Dwayne. So we shall commence with KidCon. Traditionally, the first activity of any... Oh, the lights come up. Wow, that's great. Technology is a wonderful thing. What?
Holographic judges.
What?
Holographic judges.
No, I'm sorry. We can only do one holographic person at a time. Don't you see Red Dwarf? Nonetheless, this is the year of the child. Deciding I was not childlike enough. So we're going to have a child MC, or a young person. I shouldn't say child, I'm insulting the young lady. A young person doing the MC for the Children's Masquerade. I will introduce to you now our MC, our special children's show portion of the Masquerade. MC Jeanette Curley.
Okay, the first contestant would be Pamela Wickers as Lucille and Betty B. Should be in here. The next contestant is Nichols Wilson as Dark Baby. Costume made by his grandmother, Chris Perry. The next contestant is Jessica Martin Shelby Irvin. For fourth, we have Kaylee Stavins as Amazon in training. For fifth contestant, we have Chelsea Gant as the Lady Chelsea. The next is Renan the Fairy Princess and Corman the Bear. And as Cleopatra, we have Lauren Burns. Which concludes our KidCon presentation. as we all know, all kids are winners.
Right. Let's give Jeanette Curley and all of our contestants in the KidCon a really big round of applause. I was just handed this by special messenger, a rather cryptic message. We'll see if you get it. What do you get when you cross science fiction with hockey? Deep Space Nine connects 0. Well, he won't be MC next year. Again, a big round for KidCon. And now that our judges are no longer pinned in by a living wall of pre-adolescent flesh, you should have seen them. Everybody was pinned in waiting for the KidCon to get on stage and just loving every minute of it. Our workmanship judges, are they ready to come on? Yes, they are. Joy Day and Terry Smith. Who have been carefully examining the workmanship of each and every costume entered today. And now, they're leaving to go congratulate themselves on a job well done. Our performance judges. Are they ready in the proper order? Dave Tackett, are you back there? A man who needs no introduction, but possibly a bath. Deborah Stroob. We all know her exquisite costuming talents go far beyond the realm of mere mortals like us. And last but not least, the mother of our previous MC, Joanne Curley, the lady in red. As our judges seat themselves, extract their pencils, make sure the caps are off the pen. Extract, that means to remove. You know, take them out. Never mind, I'll explain after the show. They may be costumers, but they're barely literate. I know, I will be paying for that for the rest of my life. But I know, it's a glitch in the program, yes. Contestant number 1, Kelly D. Forbes, in the junior category, Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. What was once a flowering industrial civilization has disappeared into the dark vastness of time. The earth is covered by the sea of corruption, a forest of enormous fungi that exhales a poisonous miasma. Scattered throughout the tiny parcels of land persisting at the periphery of the sea of corruption are small kingdoms. Here lies the Valley of the Wind, a small nation of scarcely 500 subjects, barely protected from the sea of corruption by the ocean breezes and by the warrior princess Nausicaa. That was contestant number 1 in the junior category, Kelly DeForbis as Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind. Costume made by Holly DeForbis. Contestant number 2, Sharon Thomas, Pierre Fournier, Ben Meter, and Mary Spiesman in Medieval Magic. Sharon created these costumes both with store-bought patterns and designs of her own imagination. This is her first con and her first costume contest, so be gentle. Special thanks to her last-minute model miracles. That was contestant number 2 in the novice category, Sharon Thomas, Pierre Fournier, Ben Meter, Mary Spiesman in Medieval Magic, inspired by the Society for Creative Anachronisms, costumes made by Sharon Thomas. Entry number 3, Shiloh Todd in The Marvelous Little Toy.
When I was just a wee little boy, full of health and joy, one Christmas morning I received a marvelous little toy. A wonder to behold it was, green colors bright, and the moment I laid eyes on it, it became my heart's delight. It went zip when it moved, bop and stop, brrr, it stood still. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. The first time that I picked it up, I had a big surprise. For right on its bottom were 2 green buttons that looked like big green eyes. I pushed it down, then I twisted its lid, and when I set it down again, this is what it did. It went zip when it moved, bop when it stopped, brrr when it stood still. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will.
That was contestant number 3 in the novice category, Shiloh Todd in The Marvelous Little Toy, inspired by the song, The Marvelous Little Toy. Costume made by Viola Todd, electronics by Rob Woodward. Contestant number 4, Beth Fellows in She's Got the Power. On advice from her chief henchman, Queen Beryl has arrived at Norwescon 19 to gather energy to release the Negaverse. She has decided, if you want the job done right, you've got to do it yourself.
Will you flash a light? A battle has begun, and only one will win the fight. Danger in the air, destroying everything in sight. The time has come to right the wrong with prism power might. She's got the power. Oh, she's got the power.
That was contestant number 4 in the novice category, Beth Fellows, as She's Got the Power. inspired by the Sailor Moon and far too much spare time. Costume made by Beth Fellows. Contestant number 5, Julia Clayton and Dan O'Brien of Space Station, Washington in Awakening Spirit. That was entry number 5, Julia Clayton and Dan O'Brien in the...
This is LED board.
Move the props. All right, I blew their cover. You never would have noticed, would you? Contestant number 6, Carolyn Doring, David Doring in The Gift.
In the beginning, pages were black and white, simple, elegant, empty. And then the gods gave you colors.
Just remember to stay in the lines. That was contestant number 6, Carolyn Doring, David Doring in The Gift, with special thanks to Mike, Glenn, and Troy for their help. Costumes made by Carolyn Doring. Contestant number 7, Mark Meyer, Robert Jones in Alien Showdown. That was contestant number 7, Mark Meyer and Robert Jones in the novice category, titled Alien Showdown, inspired by, gosh, are we surprised, Warner Brothers comics and cartoons and merchandise and whatever. Costume made by Bonnie Meyer, Mark Meyer, and Robert Jones. Let this be a lesson. Remember, beware of cartoon physics. Contestant number 8, Robin Meadows and Margaret Richardson in Just Because.
Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready for this? I guess so. Come on, baby. Say whoa. Take me down where the love honey flows. Kiss you nice, nibble your toes. Take me down where the good stuff grows. Love you nice, tickle your nose. Good stuff, give us some of that good stuff. Good stuff, give us some of that good stuff. Good stuff, give us some of that good stuff. Good stuff, give us some of that good stuff. The Big Dipper sure ain't big enough to hold all of your dang good stuff. So let the people say we're downright nasty. I just say we're downright. That good stuff that I am seeking, it's got me thinking and it's got me freaking. Watch my lips.
Sometimes there is no point. You do it just because. That was contestant number 8, Robin Meadows and Margaret Richardson in the Journeyman category, inspired by a need to show these costumes off before they became Hall-awarded costumes. Plus, there was a big sale at Hancock Fabrics. Costumes made by Robin Meadows and Margaret Richardson. Contestant number 9, Ken Dowsland in Cyber Slaves. Aboard the slaver ship High Taxes, Captain Hornswoggle commands a crew of submissive cyborgs, intently pursuing profit across the vast reaches of space. That was contestant number 9, Ken Dowsland. In the novice category, presentation title, Cyber Slaver, inspired by a panel at Rustycon about making costumes from junk. Costume made by Ken Dowsland. Contestant number 10, Erica J. Kawmeyer. Well, I realize that the show isn't over yet. However, I've decided to present the best of show right now. Ladies and gentlemen, best of show. Contestant number 10, Erica J. Kawmeyer in, well, the name escapes me for some reason. Journeyman category, inspired by convention masquerades in a sense that she wants to win this time. Costume made by Erica J. Kawmeyer. Contestant number 11, Joanna Blythe and Scott Simmons in A Klingon Wedding. Contestant number 11, Joanna Blythe and Scott Simmons in the novice category, titled A Klingon Wedding, inspired by Star Trek from Paramount Pictures, made by Joanna Blythe. Little things like this always sort of ruin your day. But nonetheless, we will continue with contestant number 12, Garth Stubbs, The Last Dragon. In the distant past, there were dragons of all shapes, sizes, and temperaments. Humans and dragons lived together under an uneasy peace. Disputes arose that broke the peace. Fighting and death followed, depleting the dragon population till there was one, Smoog, the last dragon. Contestant number 12 in the master category, Garth Stubbs in The Last Dragon, inspired by The Muppets, costume made by Garth Stubbs. Contestant number 13, Jeffrey Hitchen, A Visitor from North Polaris. And now a special guest all the way from Starbase at North Polaris, Commander Claus. See? Oh! Thank you. I hope you brought enough for everyone. Oh! Better be nice to me or the bear gets it. That was contestant number 13, Jeffrey Hitchen, in A Visitor from North Polaris, inspired by Star Trek and Santa Claus, costume made by Jeffrey Hitchen. And now the bear will announce the next. Give it a good home, but don't feed him, he's stuffed. How easily they turn. Yes. Let's all calm down, take deep breaths, breathe in and out, otherwise brain cells die. Contestant number 14, Christine Wahlberg, Rosemary Jones, in A Word from Oz Parcel Services.
These days, you can't always depend on magic. Those industrial-sized bubbles could be hard to find. What's a good witch going to do? Call somebody you can depend on. Call Oz Parcel Services. When it
Positively, absolutely.
Needs to be there pretty darn quick.
Come out, wherever you are, and meet the young lady who fell from a star. She fell from the sky, she fell very far, and Kansas, she says, is the name of the star. Kansas, she says, is the name of the star.
That was contestant number 14, Christine Wahlberg and Rosemary Jones. In the novice category, a word from Oz Parcel Services, inspired by the late, great Billy Burke. Costume made by Christine Wahlberg. Contestant number 15, Joanne E. Spink in Future Follies. Zach Ziegfield's Future Follies presents the electrifying star of the show, L.A.D.
Pretty girl is like a melody that comes to night and day. Just like the strain of a humming refrain, she'll start upon a marathon and run around your brain. You can't escape. She's in your memory, by morning, night and noon. She will leave you and then come back again. Come back
That was contestant number 15, Joanne E. Spink in Future Follies. Costume inspired by Urte. Costume made by Joanne E. Spink. Contestant number 16, Sulin Torgelson Taylor in Gaia's Revenge. In the beginning, all was disorder. Out of chaos came Gaia, Terra, the great Earth Mother. This is Gaia at the dawn of creation, when all the world was fresh and new, and all of nature grew and thrived. Terra prospered, and its childhood and thousands of millennia passed. But innocence ended abruptly. Mankind swept over the earth, bringing violence, destruction, and death. The oceans dried up, the plants withered, and all creatures died. In a short time, the earth was a desert. Finally, the race of man also died, and all that seemed left of Terra was her bones. But it is hard to kill the spirit of Gaia. It is old and strong. The sacred circle of life never ends. Slowly, someday, the earth will be reborn, life will return, and the cycle will continue. That was contestant number 16, Sulin Torgerson Taylor in Gaia's Revenge. inspired by imagination, costume made by Sulan Torgerson Taylor. Contestant number 17, David Shoemaker, The Lego Man Show.
Come quickly, Duplo boy. We have an emergency. The romper room has run out of 4x4 blue bricks. Duplo boy? Duplo boy!
Tune in next week for the exciting episode of The Lego Man Hour. Contestant number 17, David Shoemaker in The Lego Man Hour, inspired by Demented Mind of Mike Citrak, costume made by Mike Citrak. Contestant number 18, Joseph Hill, The Dragon King's Herald. People of the realm, you'll be given this choice but once. Join the Dragon King's horde or be trod into the ground with his enemies by the passing of his armies. That was contestant number 18, Joseph Hill, in the journeyman category, and the title, The Dragon King's Herald, inspired and made by Joseph Hill. And now as we terraform the stage for our final entry in tonight's gala festivities. Contestant number 19, David Perkle, Frank Burnham, and Mike Breenan. Out along the Kazin border, the last survivor of a human patrol is making his last stand.
Mayday, Mayday, Unit 17, Scout 3 is in ambush. Heavy losses, do you copy? Unit 17, Unit 17, Alpha, where is your signal? Please stand by. Repeat, please stand by. Hold your position. Marvelous. Damn catties. No more power cells.
Contestant number 19, Kazin rule number 5, never preen before a battle. That was David Perkle, Frank Burnham, and Mike Breenan in Kazin rule number 5, never preen before a battle. Inspired by Larry Niven's Kazin, costumes made by David Perkle. Other participants, the Sick Kazin played by Mike Breenan, Grunt Kazin played by Frank Burnham. I've reached the end. There are no more pages for me to read. Which only means one thing. Cheap advertising. If you've enjoyed this show and are into the costuming arts, CostumeCon 14 is next month on the Memorial Day weekend, where it's devoted entirely to the costuming arts. If you're interested, there are many membership flyers floating about this convention. So, that blatant commercial announcement out of the way, I will bid farewell to our judges who are going to the bar with Dwayne Dibley. Here we go. All right. I have scrawled in an uneven and slightly psychotic hand the Workmanship Awards. Best Finish Work goes to number 2, Medieval Magic. Just hand them something.
Which ones get the ribbons?
I don't know. I would say these best novice, journeyman, master, I would say that those get the ribbons.
My writing. Can you read it? Yeah, we get the ribbons. They're all supposed to give me the last ones.
A camel is a horse designed by a committee. Best dumpster diving, number 9, Cyber Slaver. Cleverly disguised as a chair. Hey! Best use of materials, number 11, A Klingon Wedding. Best novice, number 7, Marvin the Martian. Best novice.
Okay, that's one.
Who has turned invisible. Yay! Let's hope not. Marvin for president in 1996. Best journeyman. You can go now, Marvin. Thank you. Best journeyman, number 5, Awakening Spirit. Best Master, number 12, The Last Dragon. And best overall workmanship, Was there any doubt? The Kazin. A round of applause for all of our Workmanship Award winners. And now, while I sit patiently and wait for... Oh, here comes my special messenger, Femoral Express. You just got to make him up somewhere. Okay. Best Junior. Number 3, The Marvelous Little Toy.
One Christmas morning I received a marvelous little toy. A wonder to behold it was, with many colors bright. And the moment I laid eyes on it, if you heard my husband, it went through with me.
Best Media. Number 7, Marvin the Martian, the next president of the United States. Honorable mention. Thank you, Marvin. He's got a big head. Honorable mention for design, number 15, LED.
Pretty girl is like a melody that comes to light and day. Just like the train of a humming refrain, she'll start upon a marathon and run around your brain with gratitude.
Best Recreation, number 10, Best in Show. I know they're all giving cups to the ribbons out first. Yeah. It'll also be good to do that. Right, we just have the novice, journeyman, master. Best Novice, number 11, The Klingon Wedding. Best Journeyman, number 6, The Gift, who has just died of a fatal heart attack. The Gift.
Have the power within you. Just believe in yourself.
Best Master, number 12, The Last Dragon. And finally, Best in Show, number 5, The Awakening. That concludes tonight's festivities of the Science Fiction Masquerade Ball at Norwescon 19. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hold it, one more, what? I already did that.
You did it?
Yeah, that goes to the novice. I already announced that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's do one last variation on that. How about
Here. Oops.
The video. Oh, you're okay. Now's a good time to go to video. Okay.
Can you wiggle your tail?
That's all right. Both of you can watch the video. Now we got
There we go.
Okay.
Quickly. I know.
Here's the ladies. Go ahead and stay for the video. Yeah. Go ahead and spin like small.
You'll have to let us know when you're done.
Okay.
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 Hold your Wanda.
That's it.
There you go. There you go.
Does that light up?
Okay, we got him?
Yep.
Bring up the individuals. Folks, if you're not involved in picture taking, I need to have slightly crayon boxes from the
Have a board, turn to your right bar. Marcia, turn your gut more to your right.
He doesn't have that much control. Okay, everybody got him who wants them?
Yeah.
Videos, you got him? Center. There we go. David, slide and have center. There we go. Yes, the winner does lead.
so big I can hardly get
Bring
it
it
in.
back side. Okay, switch. Go ahead, you got clearance.
Clear. Just.
Okay. Okay, you got it.
Where's Diplo, boy?
It's the Lego Maniac.
Lego my ego.